The next round was Formula Drift Utah, and this is actually a track that I've only driven one time before. It was in the RTR Mustang, and I actually battled a lot of mechanical issues, so I wasn't able to get a ton of seat time here. I expected the learning curve to be steep. I didn't expect, though, to need to make so many setup changes. We actually had the car a little bit too hooked up and the springs were a little bit too soft, so we actually had Colette stop by the BC Racing headquarters, grab another set of springs, and fly in with them, so we were able to set the car up a little bit differently on competition day. It helped a lot, but ultimately I think I just didn't get my lead lines dialed enough, and in my competition battle, top 16 basically went off on the first corner, overcooked it just a little bit too much. I just didn't have like that repetition built in. I don't think I did the greatest chase either. Definitely not my best driving of the season. I didn't have the highest expectations for Utah, but nonetheless, it's still good to finish in the top 16 and get a little bit more acclimated to the track. Last round of the season, going into Irwindale, I was sitting, I want to say 5th in points, which was incredibly high, probably something I never expected to happen in Formula Drift, especially a year that I wasn't planning to do. My goal was to preserve my standing, hopefully better it, but to do top 3 championship finish. A couple people would have to get knocked out in strategic times and I would need to get first in the event. So that's of course what I was going for. I wound up in top 8, had a really good battle with Connor Shanahan. I think my lead was perfect. I was super stoked about it. In the chase, I think what really killed me was falling a little bit behind on the first initiation, but really that outer 2 transition, I timed a little bit too early. And optically, it looks like a huge mistake, and I think that's probably what made the difference between winning and losing that battle. Nonetheless, I was able to preserve my 5th place standing and seal the deal as the highest ranked American in both Formula Drift and in Drift Masters in a season where I wasn't even planning to do a full year of Formula Drift. So an incredible accomplishment for me, for the team, for all the people watching that wanted to see me in the E36. I know it had to have been bittersweet. Everyone thought that car would do well in Formula Drift. I even was questionable about it, and after Long Beach, I was like, damn, this thing actually works good. So it was a great season. I had the most fun I've ever had in Formula Drift, and it's definitely fueled me up to go into next year hunting for a championship.